Hello citizens and welcome back. This is our match preview for City vs United in the Premier League. Hit like, hit subscribe, and as always, let's jump into it. Look, City against United, anything can happen. Usually what happens is we dominate, United go and score 2 goals at the end. That has been the theme over the last few seasons. But I think this one might be a little bit different. I do. Obviously, we've made a lot of changes. We're team in transition. And I think we're going to struggle for a good number of weeks yet. Hopefully not for too long though, because last year was an absolute disgrace. And it can't keep on going like that. So I'm hoping that Pep works out eventually what his best 11 is and hopefully works out the system and whatnot. And hopefully the players do as well. Because the one thing that we've always been told is that it takes players a full year to get Pep's system. In their second season, they become good. But with the number of signings we've made recently and the number of changes we've made, we haven't really got time for that. You know, because dropping out the top 4 would be an absolute disaster. And I think that's a possibility this year. I think we're going to be struggling to make top 7, especially if teams like Forest continue to have good seasons like they did last year. You know, Tottenham's going to come good under Frank, I think. Newcastle as well. You know, United are going to be up there now. I think we're going to struggle to hit top 7. So I'm really hoping these players land on their feet. And so far, there's been moments, I think. I think Reinders is looking really, really good, but he drops off in the second half. Maybe the fitness isn't there. I don't know. Obviously, Rodgers come back. He looked a bit shaky in the Club World Cup, but he's looked good so far at the start of the season. And if he's firing and he's at his best, you know, we'll probably be at our best as well. The goalkeeper situation, I thought Trafford was doing okay. He couldn't really do anything against Brighton. You know, Nunes absolutely screwed us over on that one. And I know Trafford gave away a goal against Tottenham, but it's Tottenham. They usually beat us anyway. So look, I'm not really that fussed. But that being said, starting 11 for this United game is massively important. We need 3 points to above us in the league. If we lose to these, they're supposed to be a crisis club at the moment. They're supposed to be, you know, Amorim's under threat of losing his job already. Their players have been written off already. Their season's already gone. They'll be like, what is it, 4 points above us or something like that? Maybe more. I don't even know. I haven't looked at the table. It's depressing. So where does that put us? You know, I know Pep isn't ever going to get sacked, but my God, does he have to change things? And he's not. And that's the big problem right there. You look at the game against Brighton and against Tottenham, the same mistakes over and over again. The lack of pace in defence. We're getting caught on the counters. You know, stupid mistakes playing out from the back as well. Not taking our chances. Haaland at fault so many times. He scores 5 goals against for Norway. You know, he can score for Norway, but for us, he has to miss 4 or 5 before he puts one in. It's just not good enough all around the pitch. Not enough creativity, not enough legs in midfield. You know, we can't get up and down the pitch well enough, but Pep wants to stretch it out, make it as big as possible when our players can't bloody run, but everyone else we play against can run. You know, so there's a lot of issues in this team, but a starting 11 for me, it has to be Donnarumma. Pep hasn't said in his pre-match conference who's going to start in goal. For me, it's got to be Donnarumma. He's the only goalkeeper we've had in over a decade. You know, since Pep has come in, we've not had a goalkeeper. You know, do you remember the Bravo situation? Every shot went in. He was a joke, that kid. And then Edison as well, I think for 2-3 years, every shot on target on him went in or something like that. I think it was like 17 shots in a row went in against Edison when he first came. So we've not had a proper goalkeeper for over a decade. So it's about time that we got one as well. And Donnarumma is that person. And hopefully he starts him. He's not going to buy Donnarumma, one of the best keepers in the world, and put him behind Trafford. I can't see it. But that being said, Trafford hasn't done anything too wrong for me. And I don't mind seeing the kid in goal. But big occasion, needs big heads. That's Donnarumma. In defence, for the love of fucking God, Stones is injured again. Shock horror, plays 4 games, gets injured. Which is a shame because for me, he is one of the best players in the league, especially defence as well. Nunes right back, that's got to be changed. Nunes gives us away so many goals against us. United last season threw away the game for us. You know, he's done it multiple times. He did it against Brighton. It's all his fault, and he's not right back, and that's Pep's fault. You know, he's not right back, and Pep should fix that out as well. Let me try and dumb this down a little bit as well, the line, because obviously the sun's come out all of a sudden. So who's defence for me? Diaz and Vardy's got to be in there. Ain't Nori if he's fit. If not, God knows. Put Aki in. Who cares? Midfield, got to see Rodri play. Marmoush is injured. Shirky's injured. So it's got to be Reinders, Rodri. If Kovacic is fit, throw him in there. I love Kovacic. Underrated. Up front, Haaland. And put Doku and Savino in there. Why not? Go for pace. Go for pace against United. Because you know how United are going to play. They're not like last season. United are playing 1-touch football, 2-touch football. They attack you with pace, attack you quickly, and they can cause you problems. They cause Arsenal problems, didn't take their chances. And they caused Burnley a lot of problems. Obviously, they conceded 2 goals as well. United creating chances this season. They're just not taking them. I think they've created the most chances in the league so far. They are a threat at the moment. You should not write United off. And in a derby game, anything can happen. United will beat us. Even if we score early goals, I expect United to come back in the second half and get 2 or 3 goals against us, because if they open our defence up, they will take their chances on us. They always do. Everyone takes their chances against us. So yeah, United are a threat. So it's not going to be the obviously derby of the 90s, early 2000s. It's going to be a bit more tactical, and I think Amorim has Pep sussed. And I think United, the way they played, how quickly they moved the ball, and how much pace they've brought recently as well, they're going to be a big problem for us, you know. Expect goals. City go in front, and United to go 2-3-1 up in the second half when we falter. Because after an hour in every single game, we collapse. We did it last season from Christmas onward. We're doing it again this season. We did it in the World Club Cup. We just can't run for over an hour. I have no idea what Pep's doing with this team. But no fitness, no legs, not enough pace, hurting us. You know, and that's why Pep should have gone last year. But hey, yo. Now, we'll be at the game on Sunday. Looking forward to it-ish. There's a storm coming in Manchester as well, so I expect the weather to play a part maybe. I don't know. It's going to make the ball zip, which I think is going to be better for United, because, again, when we get to the final third, we slow it down. We have to take an extra few chances. We pass backwards. When they get to the final third, they're putting that ball in the box. So, yeah, it's going to be a tough one. Thanks for watching. Thanks for checking out. That's the match preview. Thanks for sticking with us, as always. Really appreciate it. See you all again soon. And hopefully Manchester's blue after Sunday. But if United win, we have to talk about Pep, because if Amorim's in trouble, United are a crisis club, and if they beat us and go 4 or 5 points, whatever it is, ahead of us after Sunday, what does that make us? Surely Pep goes, right? Surely. Thanks very much. Bye-bye.